It is during the darkest moments that we need to focus on light. Hi everyone. In this video, we'll go through different types of problems in parabola. The problems given here are for illustration. It gives you an idea of different types of problems which can help in your preparation. Now, parabola is the simplest chapter and easy scoring chapter, right? Be it in 2 marker or 3 marker, parabola is the easiest one, right? So there is again a revision video on parabola. There is also detailed video on parabola. There is a playlist. Go through this. The main idea of parabola, if you can figure out what kind of parabola it is it upward parabola, downward parabola, left-handed parabola, right-handed parabola, if you know how to identify the type of parabola, then solving all these sums is just very simple, right? First step in parabola is finding out what kind of parabola it is, right? So I'll not be able to explain how to find out all the parabola types in this video. You'll have to go through the a playlist on parabola and the revision video, both, right? You can go through detailed video and revision video for you to understand how you identify what kind of parabola it is given the problem, right? Now here's the list of problems. There are step-by-step solutions here. I'll go through them quickly. The first one is find the focus equation of directrix and length of latus rectum of this particular equation. So here they've given you the equation. From the equation, you'll have to figure out what kind of parabola it is. That should be the first step. Now, you'll have to remember the 4 formulas, right? You have 4 formulas for each of the parabolas, right? For downward parabola, there's one equation. For upward, there's one equation. For left-handed, one. For right-handed, one. So you have to by heart these particular 4 equations. Now, since the equation is given, now you shift this plus 16y to the other side. It will become minus 16y. Now you'll have to remember which parabola it is. It is downward parabola. This one is downward parabola. Why it is downward? Because there is negative sign here. It's negative sign. That means here you observe y is negative, right? It is 16y, minus 16y. So y is negative. Where is y-axis negative? On the bottom side of y-axis. Now this is y-axis. This is x-axis. On the bottom side is where you see negative values, right? This is where you will see all negative values, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Now, you see it's minus y. Therefore, it's a downward parabola. This is the clue to tell you that this is downward parabola. Now, what is the focus for downward parabola? Focus will be on the negative side, on y-axis, because there is y here in the equation. So, it's negative on the y-axis. So, this is the focus. So, this is focus. What is focus? Focus on y-axis. So, it will be 0 and A. This is the focus. So, focus is 0 and A. 0 and A. And instead of A, what do we have? From this formula, you can find out what is A. This is equivalent to minus 16y is equivalent to minus 4ay. This is the equation, right? Equation is x square is equal to minus 4ay for downward parabola. Now, this means that minus 4a is equal to minus 16. Minus 4 is equal to minus 16. Therefore, a is equal to 4. Now, a is equal to 4. But focus should be negative of a, right? It should be, focus should be 0 and negative a. This is the focus because it's downward parabola. So, 0, what is a? A is 4, minus 4. So, this is the focus. Now, equation of directrix. What is directrix? It's exactly opposite of focus. So, if this is the focus and this is the directrix, right? This is directrix, exactly opposite side. So if this is minus a plus a, this is directrix, right? On which axis? Y, right? So y is equal to plus a. This is the equation for directrix. Then length of latus rectum, this is fixed. Doesn't matter which kind of parabola it is. Length of latus rectum is always 4 into a. So 16. Now this problem, here point is given. This is the point. They attain the parabola passes through point minus 1, minus 3. Now you have to first plot where is minus 1, minus 3 in the axis. Minus 1, this is y-axis, this is x-axis. This is negative side of x-axis, minus, right? Minus 1, minus 2. This is all negative side. And this is negative side of y-axis. So here both the coordinates are negative. So the point is somewhere here. Point is somewhere here. Now the parabola passes through this point. Now, which means it is downward parabola, or it can be left-handed parabola, one of them. It can be either left-handed parabola or it can be downward parabola, because even in left-handed parabola, that is, if you have a parabola like this, even on the left-handed parabola, it can pass through this point here and in the downward. So it could be any of these parabolas. Now, how do we know exactly which is the parabola? You will have to look at the axis. They've given axis y-axis. What does it mean when you say axis is y-axis? That means focus is on y-axis. What does it mean? Focus is here. This is where the focus is, because it's on the y-axis. Now it can't be upwards because the point is negative, so it has to be below, negative side of y-axis. If focus is here, that means it's downward parabola, right? And what is the equation for downward parabola? It is x square minus 4ay. This is the equation. Now, I don't know what value of a is, right? So what I will do, the point is given minus 1, minus 3. I take the same equation. I'll substitute x value and y value from this point, minus 1 and minus 3. I'm substituting it here. Now once I substitute, I'll get a value, which is 1 by 12. Now I'll take the same equation, x square is equal to minus 4ay. I'll take this equation and I'll substitute a value. A value is 1 by 12. So I'll substitute a value. Then I'll put minus 4 and y, right? So it will be x square is equal to minus 1 by 3y. Now I can shift 3 this side. So it will be 3x square, and shift y also. So you'll get 3x square plus y is equal to 0. Now I have to find equation of directrix. What will be equation of directrix? Exactly opposite of this point is directrix. This is directrix, right? So what will it be? It's y-axis, that we know. Y is equal to a, right? Y is equal to a. Why? Because here a is positive on this side of the axis, right? So it will be y is equal to a. A is 1 by 12. So y is equal to 1 by 12. Now third problem, here focus is given, directrix is given. Find the equation of parabola, right? And equation of tangent. Equation of tangent at the vertex. This is the vertex. This origin is the vertex, right? 0, 0. Now focus is 4, 0. Now this should remind you, this is a comma 0. And which parabola do you have? A comma 0 in right-handed parabola. Why? If you notice, this 4 is x-axis. So you have focus on the x-axis. That is, and it's positive. So this is positive side of x-axis. So focus is here. Now, if focus is here, that means it's right-handed parabola. Very simple, right? Now, once I know right-handed parabola, what is the equation? Y square is equal to 4ax. This is the equation. You know a value, which is 4. Substitute, you'll get the equation. Now, equation of tangent. Tangent is perpendicular line to the vertex, right? Which is this is the vertex. What is the tangent? The perpendicular line to it is this one, y-axis. This is the perpendicular to this particular vertex. Now, what does this mean? Y values are there in this entire line. What is x value? X is 0, right? Anywhere in this point, x is 0 only, right? So, therefore, equation of tangent is x is 0. Fourth problem, here again focus is given, directrix is given, right? Only thing you'll have to find which parabola it is. Here it is 0, minus 3. That means y-axis is negative, right? That means similar here, right? Negative means here. The focus is here, 0, minus 3. So it's downward parabola. Now you know downward parabola equation is x square is equal to minus 4ay. A is given 3 and y. Substitute, you'll get the equation of parabola. Remember one thing, focus is 0 minus a. Focus is 0 minus a. That is 0 minus 3. So what is value of a? A is equal to 3. Remember, don't write a as minus 3. We are prone to these mistakes normally. A is 3. A is 3. A is 3. Don't put a as minus 3. A is 3. Right? So now here, when you are substituting, you have to put a as 3, not minus 3. Fifth problem. This passes through a point and it is symmetric with respect to y-axis. Now what is the clue? One is the point. Point x and y both are positive. That means somewhere here in the first quadrant. So that means the point is in the first quadrant. This is the first quadrant, right? You have positive y and positive x. So the point is here. That is one clue. Now second clue is symmetric with respect to y-axis. Symmetric means the parabola is equally divided on the y-axis. Right? Now this is y-axis. It's equally divided. Where? Y-axis. Therefore the parabola has to be like this. Right? So it's a upward parabola. What is the equation for upward parabola? It is x square is equal to 4ay. Right? Now using the point, you will substitute the coordinates here, you will get a. Once you get a, take the same equation and put the value of a, and you will get the equation of parabola. The last problem, you have to find focus, equation of directrix, and coordinates of ends of lattice rectum. Equation is given, x square is equal to 8y. Now x square is equal to 8y. So this is nothing but upward parabola, right? X square is equal to 8y. It's equivalent to x square is equal to 4ay. This is the equation for upward parabola, right? So from this, you'll find the value of a. Now, once you know the value of a, what is the focus? This is the focal point. For upward parabola, this is the focal point, right? So it is 0, comma a. Because x value is 0 here and y value is a. So 0, comma a. What is a? 2. So 0, comma 2. So focus is 0, comma 2. Directrix is exactly opposite side of focus. So if this is focus and this is directrix, so it's going to be minus a. So it will be on which axis it is? Directrix is on y axis. So y is equal to minus a. So y is equal to minus 2. Now coordinates of LR. Coordinates of LR are these 2 points, these 2 ends of the parabola. 2 ends of the parabola gives you the coordinates. Now here it's proven that this distance is 2a and this distance is a. Now this becomes the coordinates. So this side x-axis is negative, so minus 2a. This side x-axis is positive, so plus 2a. Y is same, y is positive, right? Plus a and plus a. So simple, substitute the value of a and you'll get the coordinates. 4, 2, minus 4, 2. Now let's go through the next problem. Find the equation of the parabola whose focus is minus 5, 0 and directrix is x is equal to 5. Now focus is minus 5, 0. Minus 5, this is the x-axis, x coordinate. This is the y coordinate. X coordinate is minus 5. That means on the negative side of x-axis, this is negative side of the x-axis, this is y and this is negative y, right? So on the negative side of x-axis, the coordinate is 5. So this is the focus, right? Focus is in the form of minus a, 0 because they have told focus is minus 5, 0, which means a is equal to 5. So here this is the focus, right? Now if this is the focus, then what kind of parabola it is going to be? It's going to be left-handed, right? If your focus is on the negative side of the x-axis, on the negative side of the x-axis, if this is the focus, then your parabola has to be around the focus. Your parabola should be around the focus. So it's going to be left-handed parabola. And what is the equation for left-handed parabola? It is y square is equal to minus 4ax. And here we know a is equal to 5, right? Because they've given focus coordinate in the question. So we know focus is minus 5. So we substitute a as 5 here. And then we get the equation as y square is equal to minus 20x. So here they've given also directrix in the equation. I mean, without this directrix also we can find out what the parabola type is. Directrix is given as 5. Now this is another clue. X is equal to 5 means the directrix is on the x-axis, right? So directrix is always opposite to the focus. If this is focus, then directrix will be on the opposite side. So if focus is on the negative side, directrix is going to be on the positive side. Therefore here x is equal to 5. This is directrix. Now we look at this particular problem. If length of lattice rectum of this particular equation, this is a parabola equation, right? If that length is 8, find the value of k. Now, for any kind of parabola, what is the length? Length is always 4 times a. This is the length for any parabola. Now, equation is given, x square is equal to 4ky. So, let's get it in the general form. In the general form, equation would be 4ay, right? In the general form, equation would be x square is equal to 4ay. Now, if you notice this equation and this equation, you can infer that a is equal to k, because x square and x square is same, 4 and 4 is same, y and y is same, which means k should be equal to a, right? Which means a is equal to k. Now, they have told length of lattice rectum is 8, right? Here they have told length of lattice rectum is 8. And length of lattice rectum is given by 4 times a. That means 4 times a is 8, which means a is equal to 2. So now, here we know that a is equal to k, right? And a is equal to 2 here. Therefore, you will get 2 is equal to k, which means k is equal to 2. So, we have to find the value of k. So, k is equal to 2. So, with this, we have come to the end of this particular video. If you like this video, do press a like and share it. Thank you.